Hi there, Wargamers. It's the DanBringa again. This time we've got a battle report for Star Wars Legion. It's 800 points. We recently went to a tournament at our local shop called Leonis Games. We didn't actually get a chance to fight against each other in the tournament, so we thought we'd use our tournament lists and see who would have won if the thing would have happened on the day, but it didn't. But it will, and that too. So Adam's got Imperials. I've got the Rebels. I've got 797, so I looked at the blue player. Adam, what did you do?
I went 800 points and became red.
Yeah, you spent all your points. I'm regretting not taking certain things to get that bid. I had those 3 points left. I could have spent them, but nah, never mind. So we've got a nice game to do, and we'll go on to the deployment and whatnot, the army overviews in a second, so keep tuned. So guys, this is my Rebel Army, 797 points, so I've pipped into for the blue to be the blue player. We've got led by Han Solo. He's got 4 units of core, so we've got one unit of Rebel Veterans with extra trooper and the other gun that's got some other name that I can't remember. Another unit of Rebel Veterans. This one's with a comms officer with the HQ uplink. We've got 2 medium blasters with no upgrades, and for the elites we've got a unit of Pathfinders led by POW. They've got duck and cover, so they can get some freebies. And then we've got the commandos with a sniper. Don't think I've gone for any upgrades of those, and as prepared as I am, I can't remember. Nope, no upgrades on those ones. And then we've got the 2 ATR-Ts with rotary blasters, and no upgrades, and a unit of Tauntauns with no upgrades. So that's 797. It makes me the blue player. So we're going to go over to the Imperials now, and I'm just going to talk you through his force.
Okay, well, here is the Galactic Empire in all its glory. I have gone full 800 points, which you shouldn't do. I have put an expensive unit like Vader in the list, which you shouldn't do. And this is basically what I ran at the Legion Prime event, just as what Dan did a few weeks ago. We didn't get drawn against each other, so that's why we're just having this what would have happened game. So start with Vader. He's got force push, reflexes and saber throw. So he's pretty tooled out, but he's a good 20 points cheaper than he used to be. The core units then, we've got the Shore Troopers with their attached mortar, so that's 2 there straight away. We've got then 2 identical units of Stormtroopers, just nothing fancy here, the DLT on each squad. Then with Special Forces, lurking at the back there we have squad of Death Troopers. They're quite kitted out. They've got their DLT, their different configs on their guns, and they have an HQ uplink as well.
Oh, speaking of which, I've got the configs on my Pathfinders.
Lovely.
There's no reason not to, it's free now. Carry on, sorry Adam.
They're free. Mine's, 8 points, but it's worth every single one of those, I think. Yeah. And then onto the support units, we've got a sneaky unit of Scout Sabs there.
Sneaky in there.
So sneaky, he missed them with the camera there. Yep. That's how good they are. And then 2 units of speeder bikes. No upgrades at all. Just enjoying the fact that they've got cheaper as well. So, there's certainly parts of this list that, have benefited from the points drops, I would say.
Okay, then we'll be on to the cards in a second. Right guys, we've got the veto in time to do. I'm blue player, so I get the first veto, so I'm not fancying sabotaging moisture evaporators, so I'll get rid of that.
Okay. No, I'm going to leave that there. I think I'm going to get rid of Long March, because I have Vader, and he'll never get anywhere near you.
Right, and so I think I'm going to use my final veto to get rid of major offensive, because some don't have dodgy deployment with us to.
Okay. I think I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to pass and leave it as it is.
Alright.
I think that sounds pretty interesting.
That's good. So we've got hostile environment, breakthrough, and battle lines. If we do that, we make it even nicer. There we go. So we're going to go over and do some setup, and we'll be back once we've done all that back and forth. Okay, guys. See you in a tick. Right, guys. So we'll give you a bit quick overview of the battlefield before we put some troops down. So we've got a crashed ship over here. Going to go that heavy cover for that. We've got some small walls for light cover. We've got a light wood here for cover 1, air terrain. Some barricades, well not shut, which are not painted yet, but cut for heavy cover. We've got a container over there for heavy cover. The landing pad is open, no cover. Building here for heavy cover, and we can say there's ladders and whatnot round here. You can go with clamber without risk of dying for free, whatever. So more barricades over there and another light wood. So we're going to go do it back over to the cards like we said we were, and we're back in a second. Right, guys, we've deployed, so we're just going to have a quick overview of where things are. I've got the Tauntaun right over here on the flank to break through with very little resistance until he gets around there to all those Death Troopers and Stormtroopers hiding behind that crate with a unit of speeder bikes. We have just edging into the wood. We have one of the ATR-Ts, a unit of rebel veterans in pyramid formation with the comms operator, with a very well concealed medium blaster. Just in the build, as far back in the building, thank God these little balconies were here. We've got the Pathfinders being very, very sneaky. Han Solo right back in the middle of the deployment just so he can give orders to people. Another ATR-T around here to go around the building. And then another unit of veterans. And they're accompanying medium blaster. And over and just touching the woods we've got a unit of commandos with their sniper. And over there we've got a butt ton of Imperials with Darth Vader over there. Squeezing the way out, and we've got the mortar and the saboteurs. Well, they're not saboteurs for the Imperials, are they? They're
sonic charge sab.
Yes, scouts and the bikes and the no, not Pathfinders. Those guys, the shore troopers, and I'm very sure about it this time. I know we're in the battlefield. We've got Devastator and Superior, and just why not? Okay, guys, we're gonna.
It's a terrible shore jokes as we go through this game.
Yes, we sure will. Oh dear. Couldn't resist that one. Right, guys, we're going to go over to the first car. What the hell are those cards called?
Command cards.
There we go, command cards. First round command cards in the tick, so back in 1 second. Right, guys, so we've got round 1 command cards. I've gone for standing orders just for shits and giggles.
Okay, I've gone for coordinated fire.
Oh, so Adam will have the first crack at the making stuff. So over to the round 1. Right, guys. So I've given my 1 order to the commandos over in the wood there. Adam, do you want to go over what you did? What did yours?
Most of mine's over here. So I immediately, because I've got coordinated fire, which triggers off aim tokens, I issued them with an order which gives them an aim token. Coordinated across to the mortar, which you'll notice doesn't, because they have a comms relay, which is the way most people do it these days. So straight away they gave it to the scout troopers there, and then I gave another troop core unit 1 to the stormtroopers. Then I had to stop because although I had 1 left, I found that I was actually just outside of range 3 here. So at the moment I've still issued 3 order tokens over there. But just to give this flank a little bit more bite, I immediately popped their HQ uplink so that they're straight away dangerous with an order token as well from the get-go. So still managed to get 4 tokens out there, which is about half my force.
And it's your first activation, so are you ready to go?
I'll be thinking about what I'm activating in a sec.
Okay, we're back in a second.
Okay, I'm going to activate these shore troopers straight away and to do a move with them. So just out to around here. Leader. that's fine. Okay. Alright, and my second action, I'm going to shoot. So I've already got an aim token, so that's fine. So I've got range 3 for most of them, but range 4 for the other gun there. So I don't want to fire together. Range 3, they can reach him.
Okay.
Range 4 could reach that unit over there. See what the guns can do. So critical 1. But I'm just going to pump everything into your cannon.
Into the medium blaster.
Into
Okay,
the blaster.
so we're going to go over to the dice then.
Okay, so we've got the short troopers have 4 black, and then the T-21 has got 2 black and 2 white.
And critical 1.
Critical 1 as well, yeah. They have a name token, so let's see how they do.
Okay, so are you going to convert that one to a crit?
Critical 1, yeah, do that there.
And
then
1 reroll.
I have a name token, so yeah, we'll just reroll 1 there.
Oh, that's
Okay.
very nasty. So we've got
So heavy
two.
cover.
Two will go away for cover, and we're probably going to have a dead
6 defense.
six defense dice.
0 white.
Well, he's a rebel. Of course, he's got white.
Rebel.
He's very dead. Okay,
Oh.
so that's what the medium blaster is straight off the board, and over to my unit. Right, guys. So after that punishment, who did we pass the aim token because of you covering? Was it
Yeah.
covering fire? The card's called.
It is coordinated fire, so
Yeah, coordinated
basically friendly
fire.
core unit spends a name token, they pass it to another friendly unit. So I thought I could pass it to the scouts there, but they're likely to be dropping a bomb, so it really need an aim.
Yeah.
The speeder bikes have a compulsory move anyway, so I can still move, aim and shoot. Vader does have saber throw, but to be honest, another core unit means they can do it again, so it goes to them with their face-up token, these stormtroopers here.
Okie dokie. And I'm going to activate the commandos before they get, they'll follow the same route as the medium blaster, which used to be there. So for the first action, I'm going for a dodge, and then we're going to shoot at the mortar team, hopefully to return the favour of what he just did to me. Okay, guys, over to the dice. Right, guys, the rebel commando's shooting. We've got 5 black and 1 white for the including the sniper, so no aim, and we've got 5 hits, and you have got cover 2 but knocked down a cover 1 because of sharpshooter 1, so that takes out 1, so we leave them with 4 saves.
4 saves.
Yeah.
And this has Pierce 1 as well,
Yeah,
doesn't
it
it?
does.
So.
That's
that is,
all failed,
I believe, all failed. Yeah, he's dead.
and the favourite is returned. Okay, guys, on to the next unit. Right then, Imperial's another activation.
Yep, it's going to be this unit of stormtroopers here. So
Right.
just a token there. And they've already got a name now, thanks to the short troopers. So they're just going to pop themselves forward to this wall here
Okay.
for better ranging. Get that out of the way. Okay, and I have a name as well. And let's see what I'm in range to shoot at. So the DLT is going to have some nice range now, but let's check the range 3 first. So from your leader we have
Yeah, it's just those commandos probably.
commandos, yeah. I can sort of see them, don't I?
Yeah, you will be able to.
Okay, so I've got shots on them. Obviously the DLT will have those as well.
Yeah.
So if I want to start hurting that as well. I'm going to just try and dole out some suppression and some damage on that vehicle. I'm going to split fire. DLT is going into the ATR-T.
Great.
And the rest of the squad, 4 whites, just going at the
Commandos.
commandos over there, yeah.
Okay, over to the dice.
Okay, I'm going to use the DLT first. So
The ATR-T,
yeah.
yep.
The ATR-T, here we go. Okay.
Oh, 2 hits,
2 hits.
and goes impact 1, so
Impact one, so-
one critical then,
Yeah.
and 1 save. No, that's a 1 damage point on the ATR-T.
Okay.
Okay, and the shooting at the commandos.
With still an aim to go, which is much more needed on the white dice probably. So there we go.
Yep.
Yep, they're spending the aim there, which means
Precise
you'll be able
1.
to- Precise 1, yeah.
One surge to hit, I'm assuming.
Which will get bounced off by cover. So just suppression, which is kind of what I was going for.
Okie dokie.
I have, of course, spent an aim token, so I can pass that token.
Yep, on to the next unit. Right, after that little bit of shooting, we got the suppression onto the commandos, and the aim was passed to the speeder bikes. I'm back to my stack now, so we'll see who we got. Oh,
one damage.
I put it.
Yeah.
Silly boy, silly. I knew I put a token somewhere, but so we've got a trooper activation to do. I think I'm going to go for have a quick scan of range here. Not a chance. Well, we're going to go with these lot over here then. So I'm going to move those. I'll be back in a second. Right, though, a little bit of a move just up to where the corpse of their friend used to be. And we're going to have a shot at the shore troopers over there in a bit of light cover because of the trees. So we're going to go over to the dice. Right then, Rebel veterans at the Imperial shore troopers. We've got 5 black and 4 white with critical 2. No aim, so let's see what we do. That's not so bad. So we've got a lot of surges there. So we've got critical 2, so I'll turn these 2 white ones to crits.
Yeah. And
that one to a hit. And that will leave 1 to be lost on cover. So it leaves with 4 hits. So we've got 4 red saves for the shore troopers.
There we go.
And we've dropped 2.
2.
Right then, over to the next Imperial unit. Right, Adam's decided to go from his bag for his next activation, so let's see what he pulls.
Yeah, okay. Exciting. Okay, it is. It's
hey,
Vader.
Commander, Vader. Do you need a second to decide what you're going to do with Vader, or have you got a good idea?
Think about it, yeah, I've got a good idea, but...
Back in a tick. Deliberate away.
I've already given some thought about what to do to Vader, which is why I just stood there. Do to.
Now, what are you going to go do to Vader?
Do with, yeah.
Yes.
So basically, it's going to involve a double move because, you know, if I want him to do anything, he's going to have to get moving. He's slow, so, you know, it's going to be moving kind of in this direction here, but with an eye to maybe throwing his lightsaber at someone after the second move, if it's possible.
And hopefully he'll throw it at a Stormtrooper.
I think it might just be out of range to do that, so let's have a look. Saber throw is range 1 to 2, so I'm thinking just, you know, I'd have to get to somewhere like this, which I think with 2 speed 1s is a bit out of it. So he might just come forward, take himself an extra dodge.
And amble forward, is he?
Amble forwards, yeah. So what we'll do is...
You need your range 1's tool, don't you?
Yes, I do.
He's slow Vader.
He is slow Vader. No deep striking here. But still, he's got to get up there if he wants to do anything later in the game. So, you know, the fun with him is the threat he puts out as well.
Yes, he's very threatening.
First move there, I think. You've only got the ATR-T over there to threaten me.
Yeah, the ATR-T and Pathfinders if I'm feeling risky.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just move him more or less straight up. He's fairly fearless, this guy. So
fairly fearless. He's in
pop him through there, and then there is nothing in range 2 for me to reach there. So I'm just going to... can't use Relentless on him, but I am going to just tap the Force Reflexes so that he has a dodge token on him.
Okay, I'm going to go over to my stack now. Now we've pulled an elite choice, which has to be the Pathfinder, so that's all I've got left. I'm going to put the camera down to do a bit of a movement. Back in a second. Right, I've decided to go risky for the Pathfinders, and we're doing a bit of a climb, a clamber, so let's see if any of them fall to their deaths. One does, thankfully. Well, not thankfully, but...
No, thankfully.
Thankfully, there's only 1 and not 2. Okay, back over to the actual movement and shooting. Right, after that silliness, we've only got one Pathfinder down, and we're going to have a shot down at those shore troopers while they're out in the very much open there. Okay, so over to the dice for that. Right guys, the Pathfinder's shooting. We've got 7 white and 1 red. At the Pathfinders, they're not shooting themselves, they're shooting the shore troopers in the open.
You can shoot yourself if you want.
And we've got 1 crit and 1 hit, which will translate just to 2 hits because he's in the open. Love those white dice, don't you? You've got to love those white dice.
Oh yeah.
So, 2 saves on red. And he's made both of them, so just the 1 suppression.
Yep.
So it was really worth that 1 Pathfinder. Right then, Adam, who you're activating? You going to the bag, or are you going for your whatever those guys are called?
The scouts.
That's the
Just
one.
call them the scouts.
Those guys.
I'm going to go to my bag right now. So we go.
The Empire's most hated. So what we got over there, that's upside down, and we have a trooper unit.
Yeah, which is...
The Stormtroopers?
Yes, it's the only one left. I mean, there'll be another one in the bag for the mortar, but that'll just have to be chucked when it comes up. So,
yep.
Stormtroopers here. Okay. It's going to be fairly simple with them. I think it's going to be probably a move and a shoot to try and get those that squad over there, maybe.
Trying to pick on the veterans.
Or maybe your cunningly hidden dude in the tree.
Yeah, the cunningly guy hidden behind a tree.
Superb deployment there. We didn't notice what it looked like from my side until...
Yeah, I might throw up a picture of it just now.
Right, so if I move, I can get him. If I stand still, I can aim and DLT him. But I'm going to try and pump lots of shots into him. So I'm going to move and then take some shots without aiming.
Okay, so where are we going then?
Oh, we're just going to come forward here, I think. Just I know I'm putting myself...
Amble round the corner. That's very good, amble. We like to amble.
We do. Got amble time to do it too.
Yes, we do indeed.
And I was a big fan of the poorly thought out jokes, so I thought I'd join him in the...
Yes, that's all part of the pun.
Okay.
Whoosh.
So all their shots going at the other tripod.
At the other medium blasters. We don't like these weapons Steve right now, do we?
I'm not gonna use its proper name. Its
medium
proper name is,
medium blaster.
No, I think it's pronounced Rebel Scum.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. At least it's not terrorist. Right then, Stormtroopers at the medium blaster.
Here we go.
4 white, 2 red for the...
That's it. Yeah, no aims, no nothing. They had to move to get all these in range. So, what do the dice give me? Not bad. That is not bad.
It was worthwhile moving to get that white dice in range. So that one goes off to the cover. At least with 2. At least I am not going to die
yet.
This round, maybe. Hopefully. Oh,
Yeah.
again, the Death Troopers. There we go. There's only 1 wound left on him. So a suppression token for him and 2 wounds. So over to my next unit, which will be from the stack. Right, guys. As I said, going from the stack, we have a support trooper. So I think as we've not got much over here to do apart from speeder bites, which I don't think I'll be able to mess around with, but I'm going to go with this ATR-T over here. Oh, let's point in the right direction. This ATR-T over here, and I'm just going to do some movement, which will probably involve moving a tree. Okay, guys, back in a tick. Right then, we've done a bit of movement with the ATR-T, and we are in range of those Stormtroopers over there, and we're going to try and punish them for hurting our medium blaster friend. So we're going to go over some dice and do some shooting. Okay, back in a tick with that. Right guys, so we've got an ATR-T shooting a unit of Stormtroopers in the open, so we've got 5 black with surges to crits, and we've got 3 hits, and that's all we have. So no cover, so just 3 saves for the Stormtroopers in the open.
Okay. 3 crits, was it? Ouch.
No, 3 hits, no crits.
Crits, no crit. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter
There we
in the open.
Okay, well, that
we've
is
dropped just the 1.
1 dead and a suppression.
Wonderful. Okay guys, on to the next Imperial unit. Right guys, over to the next Imperial activation with the 1 suppression there on the Stormtroopers and 1 guy lost. So,
Yeah, I'm going from my bag. Here we go. And it is...
support, so it's one of the speeder bikes. So do you know which one you're going for, Adam?
Yes, I'm going to go for the one with the aim token.
Okay,
and
over
I'm
there.
gonna probably start picking on your ATR-T in a minute because they've already got...
He's already got the 1 damage on already.
So firstly we're going to do a compulsory move, so let's get that bit out of the way first because
Aye.
doesn't require much thinking. Now, I was looking at this earlier, if I go straight through them, do I displace them? Which would
I
be a
think it's
suppression.
somewhere you end on, so we'll move it and then we'll worry about it, shall we?
Well, no, because I could just avoid it because I've got up to another 2 moves.
Right guys, we're going to just check that second.
We're going to have a little...
Right guys, we've decided that we'll only displace if you land on them, so if we're wrong about that, feel free to drop it in the comments.
We have looked in the rules reference, we couldn't find anything otherwise.
Yeah, so...
So, tell you what, they've already been in that, so he's not really important. You can just move there for a sec while we do that.
yeah. Oh, tactical movement there, that's alright.
Okay. Yes, I think compulsory, just pop them through to here.
Yep. Taking away his tree with him.
Yep, he's
and his shrubbery.
permanent shrubbery. There we go. And then go here, this one out to the side there. That's the compulsory move done.
Yep.
So now I've got the stuff that I can decide on. I've already got an aim from shenanigans earlier with the coordinated fire. So, check range now. There's range 1 to 3. They've got rainbow dice attacks, so it's pretty good. So, are they in or out there?
Just in, I'd say, with that for that ATR-T.
Just in or out? I think that might just be out.
Actually, they're just out, is it?
Just out.
Just out.
Okay, so another move.
So it's either commandos or the veterans.
Or a move.
Oh, you're gonna move again?
Oh yeah, we don't have to move 3 this time.
Ah, you're gonna go for a little stubby move.
Little move just to put them in range. So quite literally, I don't even need the full template here. I'm just literally going to go just to there.
Ah, watch out for that tree.
There you go. The one he's carrying around with him.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Okay, so they've got one more action, which is going to be to shoot. So
okay, so I'll be who's the victim?
It is, well, considering that their guns have impact 1, so that's per gun, isn't it?
Yep.
So that'd be impact 2 basically to the pool. They are going to fire at the ATR-T that's out there. So it's 2 red, 2 black, and 2 white coming your way.
Okie dokie. Right, over to the dice. Right then, speeder bikes up to the ATR-T with one dice of each for each speeder bike and impact 2 in total.
Here we go. So far that's going through anyway.
Yep, and that'll
impact 2,
which will take those 2 up to crits.
Yep, so those up to crits, and then spend the aim for I think the. Well, that's not a crit anyway, so it doesn't matter which one's a reroll really.
Yeah, there's only one crit per dice, isn't there?
Yeah, so here we go, doesn't matter, so spend the aim there. I surged to hit, but not to crit, so
okay, so
I don't think those do anything else. I think I've pushed for as many as I can. Yeah, surge to hit. So that's it. It's 3, is it?
Yep, 3. And we've saved one of them, so 2 damage through.
How many damage do those things have?
I think it's 6.
So that's half. Do you need one more before you starting to take?
Yeah, one more before we get to the threshold.
Right. As this wasn't the core unit, I can't pass the aim token on any further. But that was 1 aim token to 3 different units.
So after that hurtful round of shooting from the speeder bikes at the thingy, the ATR-T, we're going back to the stack, and it is another trooper unit. So I think before this guy meets his grisly end, he's going to go there. And he's probably going to aim and shoot at those stormtroopers, unless we can get the death trooper. I don't think we can. No, we can't.
Shy range 3.
Yeah, we'll aim and shoot at those stormtroopers with light cover because of the suppression. Okay, over to the dice. Right then, medium blaster at the stormtroopers with cover 1 with 1 aim. Oops, they're dropping dice already. We have good job. We have an aim because that is very bad. We'll have 2 of those re-rolled. Oh, for 1, we'll use critical 1 to turn that to a crit, which will leave 1 loft off the cover. So just the 1 shot on the stormtroopers after all that.
Okay, here we go.
And it's a dead stormtrooper and a suppression. So that's a win-win for me, I think. Alright, I just should have said what I just did there, but I've just rolled off tried to roll off the suppression for the medium blaster. Failed, but it was still courage 2, so it didn't matter to the actions. Okay, Imperial activation. Are you to your bag, or are you going to your death troopers?
No. Well, if I go to my bag, it will be these guys,
or even the
death troopers, or them. I'm actually going to do the scouts there because everything around here is shot, so they're not going to worry about
apart
return
from
fire.
the ATR-T.
ATR-T, yeah. Actually,
no, my ATR-Ts, you person.
Rubbish it. No, I may leave them behind the heavy cover for a bit longer then. And let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave them behind the heavy cover. I will go to my bag, which means it will be these bikes basically, because there is a
trooper left.
Trooper 1 left in that bag, but it is a unit that died. So it is these guys. What a surprise!
Okay, do you know what you're doing with those, or do you
Well,
want to...
compulsory move first, so...
So you've got no choice in that matter, really, have
No
you?
choice here, really, no. So basically, I've slung unit leader out here so that you can have choice. In fact, I'm going to keep my options open at this stage and just put them forward here.
Okay,
And then
slight
see
bend.
how things lie once I've done that in terms of ranges and stuff like that. So
Right.
I'm not making a decision yet. I'm just going to throw them around here and see.
You are in range 3 of the medium blaster, but looking like not the ATR-T, unless that's in.
Okay, arc as well. I should have left a decent arc there, yeah, so that's fine.
And I'll just tell you what, I'm going to check that in a second, guys, instead of throwing this range rulers on the floor. Right, guys, after that little bit of throwing range rulers on the floor, we found out the ATR-T is in range, but in cover. He is elected to take an aim rather than move again to try and avoid the cover, and we're going to go over to the dice for that. Right, guys, ATR-T at the speed of light with one aim.
Here we
Or
go.
rather the speed of light at the ATR-T, but never mind.
Let's see what I get. Okay, that is not bad. They surge to hit, so that will be a hit straight away as well.
Yep.
And then spend the aim. And have 2 more there. There you go. Okay, and another surge to hit.
Right then.
So it's
Cover
5
is,
hits before
not
cover.
not going to do much, but take 1 away for the cover, and then 2 of those are going to go to crits for impact. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll not waste my time trying to find the criticals, which always takes me too long, and then we've got 2 saves. And I make none of them, so 2 damage
Nice.
through on the ATR-T. Right, over for the Rebel activation. Right, guys, my next Rebel activation, back to the stack. So let's see what we've got. It's a trooper unit, only 1 trooper unit left available. It is those guys, so over to them, and I think we check range. I don't think we're in, but we'll have a look. No, we're going to require a move, so I'm going to move those guys, and we're back in a second. Right, guys, the Rebel veterans have moved. The leader's sneakily got himself touching the woods, so should we want to shoot later on, we can ignore it. We are behind the barricades, and we are going to give those Stormtroopers a bit of a peppering, hopefully. Alright, guys, over to the dice. Right, guys, Rebel veterans at the Stormtroopers with 1 suppression token, well, more than 1 suppression token, but not the point. Cover 1, so 5 black, 4 white. And we have 1 surge, which will go to a crit for the critical 1. 1 will be lost for cover, and that surge is also going to a crit because of critical 1, or 2 rather, should I say. And that will leave 1 to be saved as well. So 4 saves for the Stormtroopers.
Okay.
And we've got 3 of them. That's
Them
the
gone.
unit wiped.
That is the unit.
Very lucky for me there, I think. Okay, over to the Imperial activation. Right, guys, Adam decided to go for his Death Troopers for this next activation, so what are we doing?
They are going to take a move just to get better positioning, I think.
Yep.
So
And probably, I imagine you're trying to pick on the medium
I'm
blaster.
going to get rid of the medium blaster, yeah. So I need to be a little bit further forward, but that's fine.
Yep,
I'm just
yep.
gonna, I think cover's not going to be a thing I'm going to be able to concern myself with here. So at this point, it's a case of just getting them.
Yes, cover does not concern me, Admiral.
No.
Or was that how the quote went?
That's a,
Yes,
that's a,
it's a very accurate quote, I think.
Vader will be displeased at you
Yes.
misquoting you. So,
Yes.
so you're not have anyone slung out too far, but make sure you've got the ranging.
Death Troopers
So
trying to bring death.
basically, I'm more aware that we've got the. Do you know what? I've put the unit leader in the wrong bloody place, haven't I?
Oh, yep. Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
Oh, no. Right. I'm more concerned about these Tauntauns coming around, sweeping into me from around here. So where the unit leader has to stay there.
Yeah.
The other guys.
Okay,
I might have got
guys.
that slightly wrong with the movement there, but the end result's going
So
to be the same. Right,
medium blaster is going to be the victim, is he?
medium blaster, yeah, victim. Obviously, no aim
Yep.
because of they had to move for it. But no one fire. I think, yeah. Let's not take the risk of you getting jammy with him. Let's probably put everything into him.
Okay.
I don't need to pop the range 4 thing, so I'm going to keep that in my back pocket for later. So it's just let's have a look at them. It is quite tasty. It is 4 black, 2 red, and a white.
Okay, so we're going to go over to the dice. Right, guys, so the Death Troopers are trying to kill that medium blaster. So what we got, Adam?
4 black, 2 red, and a white.
Ooh, a bit of everything.
So that will turn into
3
a hit,
hits. And
but surge to hit
yep,
and surge
so
to defend.
cover will take 2 of those because of light cover and suppression.
Yep. Okay, so that's 2 that go through.
Ooh, can we get lucky? Can we get extremely
Double
jammy here?
success on the whites. Let's see if
Come
we can do
on,
it.
come on, we can do it. We can not do it. Oh, nearly halfway there. So the medium blaster
That'll do,
is
boys.
that'll do. So medium blaster is no more. Over to the next rebel activation. Right, guys. After that medium blaster died so suddenly because of those nasty Death Troopers, we're back to the stack. Is a trooper unit, core unit even, because most of these units are trooper units, but we don't have any left. So we're over to support, and over there we have only the. Well, in fact, it's not really much.
It's the scouts.
The scouts.
Who haven't
Tell you what,
activated.
I'm feeling adventurous. We're going to go with the ATR-T, see if we can pick off some scouts before they do anything.
Oh.
Okay, over to the. Just need some movement.
I was
back
wise to keep them hidden behind this.
Right, guys, the ATR-T has done a partial move because we're moving up. We put the movement tool on, ready to go giddily forward, and then we realise, oh, Darth Vader. So we've going to shoot those scouts. Yes, because we don't want to get bolts back remanded back to us that dodge. So we're going to shoot the scouts, and we're going to go over to the dice to do that. Okay, back in a tick. Right, guys, we've got the ATR-T shooting at the scout troopers behind that barricade for cover 2. 5 black, see what we get. Oh, not a right lot. So we've got a surge, which will go to crits, and the other one will bounce off cover. So just the one damage.
That's good because they do only roll white saves. So you know, here's me closest I get to the rebel experience here.
Yes, may you experience the rebel experience
ordinary guy
more often. So
suppression.
one guy down, one guy left. So over to the Imperial activation. Right, Imperial activation, and if I'm right in thinking, the only one left is the
It is this
scout
guy here
troopers.
who's just lost his buddy. So he's going to roll, see if he can
Yeah,
roll
right
that suppression
step.
off.
Nope.
No, he can't. So one action. So he could do a move. You won't be able to drop a bomb, or I could drop a bomb and just stay there.
Well, you can move and drop a bomb, so that's 2 actions. Oh, no, you got
that's 2
courage,
actions.
courage 2, haven't you?
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah. So used to having courage 1, they do have courage 2, so actually he is not going to be affected by it, he just gets cover from the suppression there. Kind of all or nothing with a team of 2, you would kill them or you...
Yeah.
Okay, so I will move him forwards next to Vader.
Oh, it's going round. Is
Actually,
he sneaking round that
No,
barricade?
what I'm going to do is, I'm considering dropping a sonic charge first in my deployment zone because you're going to want to get into my deployment zone
Oh,
first.
he's forward planning.
So all I might do is drop one back here in range 1.
Oh, if only you could shoot and set him off.
Well, I'm thinking it has to be in line of sight of me as well, so that might be a problem there.
You can always drop one on Darth Vader and set it off straight away.
I think what I might do is drop one in the middle of my guys here, because they're not going to be there later on.
Because they're going to be dead.
No, because they're going to surge forward and wipe you out. So I'm going to drop one there now. I'm not sure I get the right token here, but it is one of these.
The one with the picture of the bomb on.
Yes. Well, it looks like a sort of landmine, doesn't it?
Yes.
I'm red player, so it goes this way up. So that is going to go. Let's put it there.
Oh, very strategic there.
And then he's going to move off this way.
Oh, very wise. You drop a bomb and then move away as soon as you can. And all his friends around are going, "What are you doing?"
So he's over there, and there's a bomb there ready.
So it's over to the rebels for their movement, and it is the support for. It's going to be the Tauntauns, and we're going to do some movement shenanigans over here. Then hopefully we'll get a sneaky pistol blast at those speederbacks. So back in a second after doing some movement. Right, guys, did a double move with the Tauntauns. Wasn't able to pull off a range 2 shot. Having said that, oh, whoops! I am in range. After all that, I am in range. So we're going to go over to the dice and do some.
Just remind you as well. You've got 2 dodge tokens on those guys now, haven't you? Because you get them.
I do as well.
They're going to get shot at because this is like apart from solo, this is like the last activation.
So we're going to do some unexpected shooting. So it's a good job I checked that. All right, guys, back over to the dice. Right, guys, the unexpected shooting from the Tauntauns. Going to get a bit of 4 red. He's got cover 1 because of his bikes. We managed to get in contact with the terrain piece, so no cover for that. Right, let's see what we get. Oh, that's 4 hits, and we have sharpshooter 1, so no cover.
Okay.
So 4 saves. And I believe I'm certain to it. I just double check that, but I think, yep, we are certain to it.
Here we get him.
2 through.
2 through. Yep. So no one dies, but one's left on a wound.
Yep. So it was quite rewarding for an unexpected shot. I think it's no counters left for you.
That's just a solo, yeah.
Yep, just over to solo. Right, guys, over to everyone's favourite scourge, because the only guy left in the stack is Solo. And I think we're going to have a bit of a saunter over there and hopefully shoot some guys. So I'm going to do some movement and I'll be back in a tick. Alright, guys, unfortunately Han couldn't get into range with 1 movement, so we had to do a double move to conceal himself around a corner. We'll be prepping for the next round, so we're over to the command cards now, and we'll be taking off 1 suppression and all green tokens. So, right then, over to the command cards. Right, guys, we've chosen our command cards for round 2, and I've gone for a 3 pip of covering fire.
And I've gone for 1 pick implacable.
Okie dokie, so you'll have the first unit to go, and we'll be going some orders to some units. I'll be back in a second, guys. Right, guys, we've issued some orders. We've got I've got 2 core units to issue to. So the rebel veterans have got it triggered a dodge for them, and likewise over here. Only had the 2 core, so I couldn't issue any more orders, unfortunately. And Adam has issued 1 to Darth Vader because of his card. And he's going activating first. So Adam, are you going to your bag first, or are you going to activate Darth Vader?
I'm going to bring the Vader.
He's going to bring the Vader. Oh
bring
dear.
The Vader. Here we go. So let's flip over. Now this time he's in range to do some damage here. So obviously speed 1 move. Oh, he's going to tap his force reflexes as well. So he's going to dodge.
Getting a dodge for him.
Do that first.
Dodgy Vader. Dodgy Vader.
Then he's going to do his speed 1 move. Mighty speed 1 move there. Which, I've got a nice choice of targets here, so I think I'm just going to sort of walk along here and then just stop there, have a look at my range. Obviously I'm not going to be in range to do combat or anything, so I'm just going to have a look at the...
Right, range 2 will get you the veterans, the commandos, or the ATR-T.
So anything I like at the moment.
And possibly even the Pathfinders if you so wish, I think. Okay. Yeah, you'll have line of sight there, but obviously cover 2.
Now, what I could do though is... Now, what I'm going to do is move a bit closer into here, do a second move.
Okie dokie.
There. Actually, yeah, I'll do it there, so I'm just pretty much on the corner there. But hiding out Han Solo's sight, hopefully, at the moment.
Yep.
And then I'm going to throw my lightsaber at the ATR-T.
Okay, poor
3
ATR-T.
red.
Right, over to the dice then. Right then, Vader's saber throw against the ATR-T, 3 red.
Here we go.
And is it impact 2?
It is impact 3, pierce 3.
Ow!
So no wasted effort there.
That's a dead ATR-T though.
That's not all. Vader's now going to take a wound on himself to put his order token back in the bag.
Oh, that's nasty. That's so all kinds of wrong. Alright guys, bye bye ATR-T. Right guys, rebel activation time. We're going to go for the veterans here. We're going to try and pick on those shore troopers before they get to activate and hopefully get another suppression token on them. So guys, we're going to have an aim and a bit of shooting at them. Okay, over to the dice. Right guys, we've got the veterans shooting the shore troopers in cover 1 because of the suppression token, and the woods, so it's cover 2 actually. So let's have a look what we got. And not a great deal, so that's critical 1 because of, well, critical 2 should I say. Oh, we have an aim as well, don't we? So we'll re-roll 2 of these. See if we can get a bit more. Yes, we got 1 more. So 2 will go to cover. And 1 will go through, so leaving 3 saves to do.
3 saves on shore troopers coming up. There we go. One more dies.
Aye,
And
but
no suppression though.
Yep, that's good. That'll do me. Okay, guys, on to the next Imperial unit. Right then, guys, over to the Imperial activation. So, what we're going to do...
Well, I have to go from the bag from now on. Pulling the Vader trick. Although Vader is in the bag again. Bonus of taking the wound there from my order. So, it could be anything. Hold your breath. It is...
Yeah,
elite units. So, we've got my Death Troopers, or I have got the Scout there with the...
bombs.
With the bombs. Now, he's sort of in a bad position at the moment because of where he's had to end his previous move, so I might actually go with him just to get him a bit more hidden. He doesn't have any suppression draw off, so yes, I'm gonna. You see, he's an easy kill, so yeah, I'm gonna go with him. And his first move is gonna be a move. He's gonna pop himself.
So we're going to go around the building.
Yep, so he's just going to go around this way to that, and then his second move is going to be to drop another bomb. Just let's say round about here.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll just put his activation token there for a second, then I'll swap it for.
Okay, so it's over to my activation, and I think if we arrange those Death Troopers, we might pick on them before they get to activate. Yeah, we will. We're going to go with these troops over here. Drop an aim on those guys. I'm going to have a shot at those Death Troopers before they get any cover. Okay, guys, over to the dice. Right, guys, we've got the Rebel Veterans shooting the Death Troopers. 5 black, 4 white with critical 2 and an aim. Yep, we will convert those surges to crits on the white. Doesn't really make much difference, but because you're in the open. And we'll reroll those 2 black ones.
Okay.
6 so far. Oh, takes it to 8. There we go. So
Wow.
8 saves required for the Death Troopers.
Okay, well, this is the most I've ever had to roll.
8, there we go.
Come on, Death Troopers. Okay,
we've
they
lost.
do convert both, so I've lost 2.
Oh,
Not bad.
That's one.
And a suppression, yes.
Yep. So, and because I forgot to say earlier, they're going to pass on their pass the dodge counter on because they're covering fire to the Pathfinders. Right then, over to the Imperial activation. Right, guys, forgot to mention that the covering fire also passed on the dodge onto the commandos, and Adam is over to his bag.
Yep.
Hope let's flip that as well and get rid of that aim.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh, and we have a trooper unit.
Well, shore troopers on the last leg. Stormtroopers quite healthy, so I think we'll go to the shore troopers while it's still
Right,
coming
let's see if we
left.
roll any suppression off. We've got 2 on there, have we?
2 on there at the moment. Obviously, not going to panic or anything because of Vader being.
Yep, Vader's
to stop them. But I am
no suppression.
no suppression lifted, so I'm down to
The
1
one-
action.
okay,
So
okay.
I'm just going to shoot something.
I
Because
think you've got a choice of 2, or maybe even choice of 3. You've got Pathfinders, Veterans, or Commandos. So you got heavy cover, or heavy cover. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
crit 2 on the T21. So I think I will start going for the those. Let's start clearing out those guys who are going around on the flank. I'll go after the. Is it the Pathfinders?
The
then?
Commandos down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
After them. So.
Over to the dice then. Right, guys. Shore troopers shooting at the Commandos. 3 black, 2 white, and
Critical 1.
critical 1. Cover 2 because of their low profile and the woods.
Okay,
So-
so basically just 1 gets through.
1 that just knocks cover, and 1 will go through, which I
Yeah,
can't
crit.
dodge because it's a crit, and I will just have to take a save. Nope, 1 down, so suppression and a wound.
Excellent. Go, shore
Okay,
troopers.
on to the rebels. Right, guys, after that, we got suppression on and 1 guy taken off from the commandos. We're over to the stack now. We have special forces. I think we'll have the Pathfinders in case they get shot. Not sure of the snipers. Oof. I'm going to have a quick think, guys, and we'll be back in a second. Right, guys, so I've decided to go for a activation on the Pathfinders. We're going to shoot the speeder bikes before they go out of line of sight from them, probably. So we're going to go for aim and a shot at the speeder bikes. So we're going to go over to the dice, and I'll be back in a tick. Right, guys, Pathfinder's shooting the speeder bikes before they disappear. Unfortunately, we're just out of the close range, so we can't use the red. So we've got 2 white of each and a red for POW. Okay, see what we got. That is utterly terrible. Got 1 hit and a crit.
Terrible, that's what I like to hear.
And a reroll for... Wait, we got 2 crits. So just the 2 crits go through because of cover 1.
Okay, here we go.
Let's leave some room for him to die.
Mighty white dice.
Mighty white.
Mighty, I'm not going to say
Yes.
something else. But there we go.
So 2 wounds on the speeder bikes. Over
it.
to the Imperial activation. Right, over to the Imperial activation. Adam, I think you're still in your digging for your bag, aren't you?
For the rest of the turn now, yep. It's the cost of having Vader do his thing sometimes. Here we go then. It is...
Oh, it's a support, so it's one of the bikes.
I think I might... Ooh, now it's tempting to get these guys going. It's also tempting to get these out of the way of those Tauntauns before they get to do anything to me. I think I'm going to activate this unit here.
Okay, so we've got a compulsory move first.
Compulsory move of 3 from the unit leader, so let's just pop that in there and see
Where
what
you
the
going?
options are, yeah. But I think, considering arc as well, you still get light cover through there.
Yep.
I'm thinking here, aim and shoot at that is probably what I'm going to try and do. So yeah. So over here, compulsory move.
Yep.
That's that.
And you can just see me through the trees.
Go hear him, just off to
Yep.
the side, and then aim and shoot at the ATR-T.
Okay, well, we go over to the dice. Right, guys, the speeder bikes are shooting at the ATR-T for 1 of each for per bike, so and a name. So
There we go. Okay.
So you surge to hit, I'm assuming.
Surge to hit, I believe, yeah.
So
That is a surge to hit, yeah.
yep. So we got a reroll 2 potential there if you want. So
Yes, I'll spend the aim and let's have these 2.
Yep.
Here we go.
Right.
Okay, there
So
we go.
1 will get knocked off for cover.
And it has impact 1 on each gun. So
So that's free damage.
3 crits.
So hopefully we'll save some this time. But thankfully, if we don't save all of them, we're not dead. Save 1, 2 damage. That will be a threshold roll, which I will do in a second. Right, guy, the resilience roll for the ATR-T. See what we get. We've got the block, which is a damage roll. Right, got to roll a white defense times every time I roll. I activate, and if it's a blank result, I only get 1 action.
you're effectively sort of suppressed.
Yeah, sort of suppressed. Oh, we go. Okay, on to the rebel activation. Right, guys, off to the stack again for the rebel activation. So what we got? We've got another elite choice. So we're over to the commandos, and I think we're going to try and kill those. Kill one of those speeder bikes before they get to activate. So we're going to going to aim and shoot. I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll aim and shoot. Oh, we'll try and roll off that suppression token first. So, see what we get. Yes, we do. No more suppression token. Okay, guys, onto the dice. Right, guys, commandos are going to shoot the speeder bikes. So we've got 4 black and 1 white. With Pierce 1 and a reroll for an aim, in case we need it. Yes, we'll need it. So we've got 3 hits so far. See what we get when we spend that aim. Oh, we get a crit as well. So 1 aim, 1 hit will go from the cover 1 because of the bikes. But we'll leave 4 damage and a pierce 1.
Okay, which unit is this, by the way?
The speed bike's the far one near the commandos. Right
Near
there.
Vader?
Near the shore troopers, yes.
Yeah, okay. Right, so 1 bike's definitely gone. Cause,
Yeah, Pierce is lovely.
Pierce
We
will
love-
do that. So that is the unit.
That's all of them gone.
That is the unit. The other 3 will...
Yeah.
that is it.
So Pierce knocks that one off and the 2 speeder bikes are down. Right, guys, over to the Imperial activation. Right, guys, after the disappearance of the speeder bikes over here, it's over to the Imperials, back to your bag. See what you're drawing.
Here we go.
And we have an elite choice, so we've got Death Troopers.
That is the Death Troopers.
Right then, do you know what you're doing, or do you need a moment?
Well, first of all...
you got one suppression to roll off, so you might as well get that out of the way.
Suppression first, then we'll see. No decisions to make yet.
Yes, suppression's gone, so I don't think it would have mattered anyway.
It doesn't know, but it's nice to have rid of it before I start.
So let's see what those Death Troopers are doing.
Okay. Well, I think they're in a pretty good position, but I'll just do a little range check here. Obviously, I could potentially have range 4 if I wish. So
you're in range of the ATR-T and the veterans, and you might have, depending on which one your leaders, you might have range on the Tauntauns.
That guy is the leader, so no, I still haven't quite.
Well, you might measure for the edge of your base.
Unless I tap
not
from
the middle.
Range 4.
No, you're still out. Sorry, mate.
So we've got these
so
two
you've
units
got Tauntauns
here.
and maybe the Pathfinders as well.
I don't need to tap my range 4 if I fire at that though. So
also try and take the last two.
the ATR-T, yeah, possibly with an aim could do it. Since there's a DLT in the unit, so I think that's what I'm going to do.
So aim and shoot, are we?
Aim and shoot. Yeah,
okay, over
the
to
ATR-T.
Over to the Dyson. Right then, Death Troopers try and take the last two wounds off the ATR-T. 2 red, 2 black and a white, and Impact 2, was it?
Impact 1.
Impact 1, okay then, let's see what we get. We've got cover 1 for the trees as well, so...
Okay, so firstly that's
cover
3
1 knocks it off.
straight away.
Oh no, you got your rerolls first, sorry, my
Yep,
friend.
I'll spend that then.
Yep, so...
And reroll those 2. Okay. Okay,
oh,
so those 2.
Ow, I think the ATR-T is...
cover 1 you say, yeah?
Cover 1, yeah.
Yeah,
so
take that one away.
4 damage.
And then Impact 1. Is that...
Oh no, it's 3 damage, isn't it? So Impact 1 will take 1 up those to a crit.
Yep, so, and then that one is ignored because of armour.
Yep, so at least 3. We've only got 2 left, so we need to make at least
Come on,
2.
Death Troopers.
That's a big no. So bye-bye ATR-T. Over to the Reveille activation. Right guys, after that impressive show of marksmanship from the Death Troopers, which finished off the ATR-T, back to the stack. We have a command option, and Han Solo is peeking around the corner at Darth Vader, which is probably going to get killed by in a second. So I think we're going to do a hasty retreat, and then we'll be back in the tick once I've done that. Right guys, I've moved Han Solo over here, just the one move, and we're going to have a shot at him. Hopefully it won't get reflected back at me. Okay, over to the dice. Right guys, Darth Vader's got a shot incoming from Han Solo. And 2 red. See what we get. Hopefully it don't come back at me. We've got 2 hits, and it's got pierced.
Immune to pierce.
Oh, you're being pierced, aren't you? So you get 2 saves then.
2 saves. Okay, well I can roll them first before I decide whether to deflect, can't I?
No. You have to spend your dodge before you...
Spend the dodge to deflect, but you've still got units that haven't been yet, haven't you?
No, they've all gone round now.
Oh, all 3 units have gone, have they?
Yep.
Okay, so there's nothing to lose from spending it then. So I will spend it.
Spend the dodge, so 1 save to make.
Yeah, and if it comes up as a
surge, I take a
surge,
wound.
you take a wound.
No,
it doesn't.
It doesn't, but you save.
I've blocked it successfully, so there we go.
Okay, and that's over to the Imperial activation. Right guys, Imperial activation for round, next activation from the bag.
Here we go. So, I'm pulling from the bag. It is
a troops
unit.
So
which
just the Stormtroopers?
It's just the Stormtroopers, yeah. So that's them. So, I think from where they are... Now, before I do anything else, I just want to check a range now. It's not a range to you, it's a range to Vader.
Oh.
Because obviously Vader needs to be in command range of them, doesn't he, if he wants to give them orders. So
are you running away?
No, they're not, no. It's just whether I need to move forwards. I would do to get range on them, I believe. Cause
yep, you're not quite in range of the...
range. I wouldn't for them, though.
Yeah, commandos are...
Are they cover 2?
Yeah, they've got cover 1 and low profile.
Cover 1 low profile. And a dodge, is that?
It is, yes.
But I could... potentially I could aim twice and just shoot through at them. Oh no, aim.
Aim once, you mean?
Aim once, yeah. Forget. Cut that bit. We'll cut that bit.
Yeah, you aim twice and don't shoot. I'll accept that. I'll let you do that. Okay, over to the dice, guys. Right, guys. Stormtroopers, commandos in the woods with cover 2.
Here we go. Standard Stormtrooper.
Yeah, DLT and 4 E11s.
Yep.
Of a name. So we.
I'll just spend the aim to have that one reroll then. There we go.
No,
Which,
that
was a hit,
Yep,
wasn't it? Yeah,
so
okay.
we'll get rid of that blank. 2 go for cover, leaves 3. Oh, I will dodge.
Spend your dodge for
Spend
2.
a dodge, leave 2 saves.
Okay.
Right then, can we make a save? Can we make a save? We can't. So 2 more commandos drop.
And a suppression.
And a suppression over to the rebels. Right, guys, my activation for this round is another support choice. It has to be the Tauntaun because I think both the ATR-Ts are dead. Well, I know they are dead, but still painful. Right, guys, Tauntauns, and I'll do some.
Get out the world's smallest violin for you.
Yes, you will do. Right, we'll do some movement, and we'll be back in a tick. Right, guys, the Tauntauns have done a nice pivoting around there, and a partial move over there. We're going to have the free shot at the speeder bikes and hopefully take off the last wound on one of these guys. So we've got 4 red coming their way and we'll be back in a tick with the dice. Right guys, Tauntauns at the speeder bikes. No cover because of sharpshooter 1. It's 4 wounds, so 4 saves.
Oh, damn. This is not going to go well.
Hopefully,
Okay.
hopefully.
So sharpshooter 1 means I don't get my cover 1. What can I do?
You can pass
I
out
can.
3. So
one guy dies.
One guy
with his
dies.
last wound. Okay, wow.
That's as much as I expected. Consider like I took the last off with other shooting, so I think that works out. Right, guys, on to the Imperials. Right, guys, Imperial activation for round 2. See what's next out the bag.
Do you know what? I think I know what it is actually because we were saying I've only got 2 tokens left in here.
It's probably
One
Darth.
of them will be the speeder bikes that you killed.
Yep.
The other one will be Vader that got shuffled back in.
So let's see, guys.
This is the speeder bikes who are dead.
Dead. Yep.
And then
the
this
next
will
one.
be Vader, which is my last activation of this round.
Okay, so Vader.
let's make it count.
Do we know what Vader's doing, or do we
Well,
know?
he gets 1 fewer action for the second time round, which is fair enough, but he can still saber throw something, and maybe I might, once I've moved and saber thrown someone, I might tap force push as well, just to pull a unit into an unfavourable position for you for the next round as well. So I think it's probably going to be a sort of advanced saber throw and then pull a unit into a bad place for some shots next turn, or just a charge from him. So let's take a look at the move.
Okay.
And I think in this case it's pretty much the strategy is pretty much barrel straight towards you and get as much.
2 seconds. Right then, Darth Vader's moved up and he's going to do some saber throwing. So who is going to be a lucky person?
Well, I'm just saying it's range 1 to 2, so I might do it to see if I can finish them off.
Yeah. So we're going to go for the commandos, are we?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Right
So
then.
saber throw on them, which is
Over to the Dyson.
3 red.
Right, guys. Vader throwing his lightsaber at those lucky commandos.
Here we
3
go.
red.
3 red.
We are got cover 2, which will take those 2. And
Pierce
we've got
3,
got
impact
Pierce, which will
3.
kill one of the commandos. So
Yeah.
bye sniper. Okay, guys.
There is one more thing.
Oh,
He's not quite finished because he's going to force push a unit now
Okay, so we'll
into
go.
a bad position.
Come back to that in a second. Right, guys. Vader's force push has, in fact, pulled the unit from the other side of this barrier and arrayed him around him. We've got the commando over there on his last guy on his arm with a 2 suppression now. And I think that's over to my activation, which I think I've only got support and support, which are both dead. Okay, guys, that's the end of the round. We're going to take off 1 suppression and all green from everyone. So we're back for round 3 in a tick with the cards. Okay, see you soon. Right, guys, we're back for round 3's command phase, and let's see what we've got. I've gone for reckless diversion for a 2 pip. Fine solo on 1 trooper, and what have you gone for?
I have gone for Master of Evil, 3 pip.
Okay, Darth Vader and 2 units. Okay. Okay, so I've got priority this round, so I'll go place it. We'll go place our orders, and we're back in a second, guys. Right, guys. Vader's been issued his order token as he has to be done. Han Solo and the Riddle veterans have also got the token. Vader gained the dodge token because of his command card, and he's also last turn he with his Master of the Force refreshed. Is it Force pull?
Force push because I knew
Yeah.
I was doing this card next.
Yep. So I didn't need a dodge. Right, guys, I'm going to activate the Rebel veterans, and we're going to hightail it back behind.
Run away!
Back behind that barricade, and then unload on Vader.
Okay.
I mean, I think you'll need two moves to get me if you come for me.
Or I could just pull you back out again.
Well, that too, but at least you'll have
You'll
to tap a card. Anyway, guys, we're going to go there and have a shot at Vader. Oh, you got dodges. Never mind, we're still going to shoot you. Right, guys, back in a sec. Right, guys, we've got the shooting from the Rebel veterans into Darth Vader. 5 black and 4 white. See if we get this. Nice. Oh, that's not so good. We'll have that as a critical. Because of the critical 1, 2, or critical 2, and there's no rerolls, so that all goes. Which leaves 5 damage.
Okay, well, I think as he's being shot at, I will spend my dodge.
Yep, takes it to 4.
Which gives me surge to defend, surge to block, and any surges I roll.
We'll kill a veteran.
We'll kill a veteran. So here we go. 4 red.
Well, 1 dead veteran, 1 wound, and Darth Vader.
Yep, I'll take that trade off.
Okay, back over to the Imperial activation. Right, guys, Imperial activation. Adam, are you going to Vader or are you going to the stack?
I'm going to Vader, and before we move him or do anything with him, every enemy unit now within range 1 to 2 of him gets free suppression tokens.
So that's everyone around him, basically.
Does that count them up
Yeah,
there?
yeah, it does.
Yep, so free suppression on everyone.
Yep, so that's everyone. We'll do that in a second, guys.
Okay, so just bear that in mind, and then he is going to basically, before he moves or does anything, he's going to force push and bring that squad out.
Yep.
Pretty much like he did before.
Yes,
he's forced me to tap that ability, but there we go.
Probably should have stayed where I was, to be honest. Where do you want the other guys?
Just as close to Vader as possible, but without actually touching him, of course.
Yep.
With a path through to there. Yep, that's great. So that is his force push done. And he's still got his 2 actions. So his next action is going to be to take... Let's see. So he hasn't done an action yet. He'll take an aim.
Okay.
And then he'll move into your unit and initiate
and then do a melee, yep.
So this will be supported by an aim.
Okay.
So, Vader's in. He's got 6 red, supported by an aim.
Okay, over to the dice. Right then, Vader's swinging at some Rebel veterans, see what he does. You want the other red ones?
Yes, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Yes.
6?
So, 6 reds, yeah.
Yep, that's saves you from rolling square dice to attack on the camera, but...
no, don't roll round dice.
No, don't roll round dice, that'd be the end of the world, that would.
Long game.
Yes.
There we go. Okay,
I don't think you need your name.
Being completely unnecessary there, so it's Pierce 3.
I think they're all dead.
That's yeah.
I think that's a very nasty day to be a rebel for that one.
Well,
because whatever saves I make are going to be cancelled by Pierce.
It's a miracle any of them live long enough to become veterans, to be honest.
Yep, I made 3 and you cancelled them all. That's just cruel.
That is getting the most value out of your
Pierce
abilities.
Okay, guys, wasted aim, but not
wasted aim.
But
I was considering a dodge, but usually when I have a situation like that, I screw up the roll. So
not to worry. Veterans and bye. Right, guys. After that Rebel veteran unit was dismembered by Darth Vader, we're going to go to the stack. I think because there's not much Han Solo can do at this point. So we've got a elite choice. We're going to go for the Pathfinders up there. And we're going to roll off some suppression, which I'm going to get some dice for in a second. We'll be back in a tick. Right, guys, just a roll for some suppression for the Pathfinders. And we take two markers off, that's good. Full activation. Wonderful.
Bad luck, Vader.
Right, guys, I've decided to only take one of the suppression tokens off, and I've used Dauntless to move them to the edge, and then we're going to have a range 2 shot down at Darth Vader using the short range config, which puts on them back to free suppression tokens for danger sense for later. Okay, guys, we'll go over to the dice now, and hopefully we'll take another win off Darth Vader before he kills Han Solo next turn. Okay, guys, back in a tick. Right then, shooting for the Pathfinders, 4 red, 1 white to the PAL. Darth Vader. We surged a hit, so that will leave us with 4 hits.
Okay,
no cover.
Pierce, impact, anything like that?
No. Well, you removed a pierce over if it was, you could say,
true.
I don't hurt, I don't care.
Here we go then, 4 saves.
Yep. One failed.
You said, could I put another wound on Vader? I don't know if you said it on camera, but yeah, you can.
That's what we did. We'll put 1 more wound on Vader, get in there eventually, we're up to 3 with 5 to go.
Oh, that's the suppression.
What a turn, I think we won't get there. Okay, guys, over to the Imperials. Right, guys, over for the next Imperial activation. Adam, are you going to your bag or are you going to go for one of your Actually, one of your troopers over there.
Well, I've got both my troopers have got an order token on them.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the fact that these Tauntauns and these guys haven't done anything yet for this round, and all the free tokens for these are going to be in the bag. So whatever, if I pull from the bag, I'll be able to get something to do something before these can get them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the bag for that reason.
Right then. See if you get support.
But it's also because looking over this side, Han Solo's not been. That guy's, no one's not been, but has got 3 suppression on, and it's only one person.
He's got 4.
4? Yeah, there you go. So, you know, and you one's on the roof there have been. So, really, here's where I need to get things moving now. So here's token, and it is...
Oh, it's elite Death Troopers. Do you need to decide what you're doing?
I could have the scout there, but I think it's going to be the Death Troopers. Yeah.
Are you going to decide, or are you going to aim to shoot, or are you going to...
Well, now then, I could, because you're in range 2, I could recover... just so I could reconfigure the config and fire grenade launchers at them, possibly, which 2 red instead of 2 black. No aiming, no. Or I could just aim and fire normal guns at them, the Tauntauns. Or I could tap to be suppressive, which would be 2 suppression on you. What's their courage? Is it 2?
2.
So that might be quite good, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my guns in this config. I'm going to aim, shoot at them, but I'm going to tap the range 4 config just to put suppressive on them as
Okay,
well.
you're making suppressive as well, are you?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, so we'll go over to the dice to do that. Right guys, Death Troopers at Tauntauns.
2 red, 2 black, and a white with an aim.
With suppression as well.
And this is suppressive, yeah.
Oh, we got 2 misses as well, precisely. So you've got.
So there is there. I mean, they are. I think they've got precision anyway. But it doesn't matter. So these 2 reroll with the aim.
Nope.
No.
No joy. So we've got 3 hits going through.
Yeah.
So 3 saves. See if we can make any. No, we can't. So that's a full 3 wounds onto the spare guy.
And double suppression.
And double suppression for them. Okay,
Which
over to the
one's the
rebels.
spare?
The grey one.
Grey one. There you go.
Right, guys. Next activation for rebels. Going back to the stack, we have a trooper unit, which is this one there. I think we're going to have a bit of a think about what I'm going to do, and then we'll come back. Right, guys. The veterans have decided to move from these barricades over to here. We're going to have a pop at that speeder bike and hopefully do some damage to him. So we're going to go
cleverly trying to avoid
to the dice. Yes, and let's not go anywhere near that bomb. Okay, guys, back in a tick. Right, guys, shooting for the rebel veterans at that speeder bike. 5 black, 4 white with critical 2, and that goes to a crit. So cover 1 will take 1 dice, which will leave 5.
Oh no, on 1 bike. That's not good.
Yep. Hopefully we can finish this bike
Succeed on
off.
at least 3 of these for it to live.
Yep.
Oh,
nearly, just enough to
nearly.
kill that bike.
Just enough, yeah.
Right, guys, next Imperial activation. And Adam, what are we going for?
Yeah, it's going to be the Shore Troopers. So
Okay, and do we know what we're doing?
well, I'm going to see if I can clear that suppression first, and then
Good idea.
I'll make a decision. So,
Nope.
they can't. No,
But the-
so they've only got 1 action. Okay. So I think they're going to stay where they are, and they're just going to shoot at that rebel Pathfinder person there.
Oh, Commando is also
Commander,
known.
was it? Yeah,
Yep.
I had a filthy rebel scum.
Okay, so over to the dice then. Right, guys, Shore Troopers at the last Commando. 5 dice in total, 3 black, 2 white with critical 1. So 1 aim. See what we can do, Adam.
Yeah. So the aim is that we didn't put it on the table, but it was from when they got issued an order.
Yep.
So target 1 or something. Here we go. Okay, well I think I'll be spending that aim now. They don't surge.
Okay.
So I'll be spending the aim on the 2 blacks
Yep. Okay.
rather than the whites because it's more reliable.
So that bounces a cover, and that critical will go through for a save.
Was that a normal? Yeah, it was.
It was a normal
it wasn't
hit.
a surge.
It wasn't a surge.
Damn, did I just re-roll a surge? Actually, I had critical, didn't I? Damn.
Yeah. I can
We could replay.
check the footage if you want.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah.
Right. 2
I
seconds,
think I
guys.
re-rolled this.
Right, guys, we did check the footage, and there was at least 2 surges there, and we rolled 1 of them. So there was 2 criticals after all. So leaves 2 saves for that veteran. So we need to save both of them to stay alive. And they saved 1. So the veteran, even I'm doing it now. It's a commando. The commando is dead. Right, guys, still don't want to do a hand yet, so I'm going to go to my stack, which is probably going to be a dead unit. Oh, it's not. It's the Tauntauns over there. So we've got 2 suppression to roll off. See if we can get rid of them. We don't, so
But it's still they're suppressed.
we are suppressed, so we're down to 1 action, so a little bit less. Okay, guys, we're going to do some movement and come back in a second. Alright, then Tauntaun activation for round 3 in 5, 4, 3. Right, guys, the Tauntauns have activated, but we just thought we'd show my thought process that I almost had. I was just about to get there because I couldn't roll off all that suppression to get the second action and go into combat. But then I decided they're actually very good at hitting me if he decides to, so I figured that a little move would be better and shoot him instead.
He basically moved it back there when I told him they have red dice in combat.
Yeah, so I figured it's better to stay there and hopefully kill him at the range than to die. Okay, guys, over to the dice for the shooting on the pistols. Thankfully, the freebies. Okay, guys, back in a tick. Right, guys, the Tauntauns are shooting those Death Troopers. 4 red. Let's see what we get. Oh, so 4 hits. What, 3 and 1 basically, but 4 saves for the Death Troopers.
Okay.
Let's see if we can pick 1 or 2 off.
This could finish them.
Pick the 1 off.
Pick 1 off, yeah. Yep. So that's good for you.
Yeah, good for me, good for you, good for everybody. Right, guys, over to the Imperial activation. Right, Imperial activation. What are you doing, Adam?
Okay, I'm going to activate these Stormtroopers who are still at full strength here.
Yep.
And I'm going to check a range. See if they're at range 3. I think, looking at it just as it is, I think from previous turns they're just going to be out.
Yeah,
of
hopefully.
That range of Han Solo, but the DLT won't be. So it's either move forwards and then fire everything, or take an aim shot with the DLT.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to take an aim shot with the DLT.
Okay. Over to the dice. Right, guys, Stormtroopers DLT shooting at Han Solo in heavy cover due to low profile and suppression. So 2 red for you, Adam.
So I can get some crits then.
Yeah, 2 surges. You surge to hit, don't you?
They surge to hit, yeah.
Which will bounce off the cover. Unless you want to reroll
so
it.
spend the aim. Impact is only crit for vehicles,
yeah. So you might as well reroll them.
Reroll them both, yeah. Spend the aim. No, still nothing.
Suppression,
but I did hit
suppression,
him.
no.
So suppression, yeah.
Okay, over to Rebel activation. Right, guys, we're going to the stack again, but I think it's the units that's already dead. Yep, snipers gone. So we're over to Han, and he's got 4 suppression, which will panic him unless he gets rid of some. And thankfully, he's got rid of 1, so that's just enough not to panic. And I think we're going to have to have a shot at Darth Vader. So I think there's nothing else in range, and unless do we recover? Ooh. Now we'll shoot Darth Vader. Shoot Darth Vader. If in doubt, shoot. Right, guys, let's see if Han Solo can take a wound off Darth Vader. We've got 2 red. We've got 1 hit, so that will be 1 save for Adam.
And normally that would be the end of the story there, because it's Pierce, isn't it?
Yes, but you've got shenanigans.
But I don't care, so...
no dodge. So
Dodge that though, so that is a wound.
Wonderful. Right then, over to the Imperials. If you haven't
that gun out of his hand quick enough this time round.
No, you didn't. Do you got any tokens in your bag, or is that?
I have, yes.
Okay, so over to the Imperial activation. Right, guys, Imperial activation. I'm just going to do his bag. So what do you got, Adam?
Well, it doesn't matter what it is because
speed bike is dead. So we get rid of that.
There's only one thing left in here, and that is going to be the scout that's hiding around the corner here.
Yep.
And it's just where to drop this bomb, where to move him, really, because he's not going to get shot at until next turn now. So he's sort of safe in that respect. So it's just, do I want to move him first, or I want to drop another bomb first, and then decide where to move. I think dropping a bomb is definitely going to be part of it, because, why not? He's got them, he's going to use them. Let's see. I think they're going to make life difficult for these Pathfinders.
Veterans, but close.
Rebel scum. So I'm actually thinking, is there a potential this time I could drop one and detonate it? Because I believe you can detonate them whenever, can't you?
You can, yes.
Yeah. So basically, to detonate one, I'd have to put it within range 1 of the unit, wouldn't I?
Yes. So
like
you'd have to probably move twice, which I don't think you could do.
I have to put it down within range 1 of me.
Yep.
So if I move to there, in round the corner, we're calling that open or difficult?
That's open, Adam.
That's open. So I put him there. Range 1 of him, I could place it there, and it's in range 1 of them.
Right, so do your first move then.
Yep. So he's going to move out there.
Yep.
And then drop a bomb, sort of there.
Yep.
Range 1 of him. So
Yep.
that overlap is there, and then he's going to pretty much detonate it.
Okay,
I'll place
then.
the counter. And
we're going to go over to the dice, and then we're We'll do some boom booms.
I'm putting it there basically.
Okay, over to the dice. Right, guys, after Adam realised it's actually going to detonate and probably kill himself, he's decided to place the bomb and not set it off yet. And hopefully, wait for me to stumble into it and blow up. Okay, guys, I think that's it for this round, and we're over to command cards, unless you've got anything left in your bag.
Nope, nothing left.
Okay, guys, over onto we're going to take off some suppression tokens and the green tokens, and we'll be back for the command phase for round 4. Right, guys, command phase for round 4. I've decided it's time for Han Solo to shoot first.
Oh, and I was also going for a low score there, and I went with ambush.
Yep, so Han Solo will be going first, and we've got 1 token for Adam to place as well.
Well, that is on Han Solo, isn't it?
Yeah, it has to be Han Solo. Okay, so we're going to place some command tokens, and we'll be back in a second with the first activation. Right, guys, as it's Han Solo shooting first, I figured he might as well start with Han Solo. So I've got 2 suppression to roll off. I want to get at least one of these to do what I want to do. Yes, we got it.
Ooh.
We've got 1 off, which is enough, which we're going to do a bit of a move, and so I'll be back in a tick. Right, guys, Han Solo ended up doing a double move over here because unfortunately the single move wasn't enough to get line of sight on both Darth Vader and this Scout Trooper. So I decided that it's best to get quite a bit of distance between himself and Darth Vader, so he can't choppy me too badly. So we've done a double move there, and obviously we've got the 1 suppression off, so a bit safer, and hopefully you can keep commanding other units for future rounds. So we're on to the Imperial activation. Adam, do you know what you're doing, or do you want to go to your bag? Or
I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be using this guy.
Okay,
because,
this guy.
Yeah, the Scout Trooper there, because I think use him as much as I can while he's alive.
Yep.
And then when he's not alive, at least I got the most out of him.
Yep. So let me guess, you're setting all your bombs off.
No, I might set a couple of them off first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by dropping one over here.
Okay.
Right in front of Han Solo.
Okay.
Another token. So I've never used so many of these tokens. I've never used these tokens.
pesky bomb token.
Most of the time, I took this list to the tournament. First game they died instantly.
Yeah.
Second game they dropped 1.
So that's 1 action. What are you doing with the other action?
Well, detonate is, let's have a look. Detonate isn't an action, is it? It's just a thing you do.
Yeah. Do you want to do a quick break to see when you do
we
it?
can look it up, because I've not actually ever detonated.
Right, guys, after I've decided to place that charge there, he's decided to use a second action to move away, and now once he's completed the action, he's decided to detonate one of his charges. So he's going for the one that's right by these rebel veterans. So we're going to go over to the dice when that one goes off. Right then, the dice for that bomb going off against the rebel veterans. Black and a red,
Black and a red, yeah.
See what we get.
Surge to crit, blast and suppressive. So here we go.
All the stuff. So we got 1 hit, which goes straight through the cover. Just the 1 save, thankfully. Which saved? Suppressive, you said?
Suppressive,
so 2 suppression tokens. Okay, over to the rebel activation. Right, guys, rebel activation for round 4. Next one, we go over to the stack. We've got troops going to the shell-shocked guys over there with the bombs. I'm going to do some suppression rolling, and then we're going to do a bit of moving, hopefully. Yes, we got 1 off, but they've got suppression courage 1, haven't they? They do have courage 1, so down to 1 action. I'm going to have a little think what we're going to do with those guys, and we'll be back in a tick. Right, guys, the veterans, after getting that bomb set off next to them, decided to deal with this rebel Imperial Scout Trooper. So we're going to shoot him. He's just enough tucked into the building to get cover from it, so he's going to have cover 2. So going to go over to the dice. Right, guys, the rebel veterans are shooting that Scout Trooper. We're still at full strength, so it's 5 black and 4 white. Ooh. In heavy cover though. Oh my god. Oh, thankfully they surge to crits. So we get 3 hits through and a whole lot of blanks.
And is that it? All the hits were actually crits, were they?
All the hits that got through were crits, thankfully.
3. Oh, he's got to make 3 white saves now. This is not going to be good. No.
Thankfully, that's one thing that's been dealt with.
I mean, that is statistically because they do surge
Yeah.
to defend. But
Okay, guys,
that's
on to the
it.
Imperial activation. Right, guys, Imperial activation. I think we're at to your bag.
Just my bag, isn't
Just
it?
your bag,
Which,
yeah.
I've got 4 units left, but they're all in the bag. So let's have a look.
Let's see what random hand of fate deals you.
Fate deals me. Yes, it is
Elite.
Special Forces, which is the
The
Death Troopers.
Okay, so they've got 2 targets, I
They
imagine.
have, and I've got a number of options here, so I'm just going to have a little think about it.
Okay,
and
we're
come
back in a second when you've had a think. Right, Adam, just want to tell people what you do with your Death Troopers?
Yeah, firstly, I am going to start off by doing a recover action.
Yep.
And I'm going to refresh my HQ uplink. They used their focus fire last turn with the suppressive ability. I'm going to refresh that.
Yep.
And so that's my first action, is to recover.
Yep.
I haven't got any suppression on them either, have
No,
I?
you
So
haven't.
there we go. My second action then is going to be to shoot. And when I'm shooting, I'm actually going to split fire.
Okay.
So I'm going to fire the... Let me see, I've got range 3 here. Oh, it's range 4 if I'm tapping it again.
Yep.
So I'm going to re-tap it, range 4, it doesn't matter really.
Yeah, I think you're in range of...
So basically the guy with the single black dice is going to fire at that unit there. Just to,
Yeah, the veterans.
I don't anticipate killing any of them, but if I can put 2 suppression on them by hitting them.
Yep.
And then the DLT is going to try and finish off that Tauntaun with a single wound left.
Okie dokie.
So there we go. So
Over-
2 separate
over to the
balls,
dice then?
and yeah.
Right, guys, Adam's changed his mind. He's going to just concentrate all his fire on the Tauntauns, and he's going to use the suppressive mod as well.
Yeah.
So,
So that is going to be 2 red, a white, and a black.
okay.
And that is all going at the Tauntauns. So,
Yep, so...
with the recover, so this is suppressive again. I'm tapping that a second time because really I just want to get extra suppression on those Tauntauns. If I can kill one of them as well, that's great.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay, that's not bad.
3 hits, and we'll pause a second. Right, guys, so we've got 3 hits going through with no cover and shenanigans to pull, because I haven't had a chance to activate yet.
Very
So,
respectable without a name token as well.
3 saves. We've made all 3!
Oh!
So-
But 2 suppression.
2 suppression, and all Tauntauns alive, thankfully. Okay, guys, over to the Rebels.
Oh, come on, guys.
Right, guys, next activation for the Rebels, going to the stack again, we have the Elites. So it's up to the Pathfinders. Could you pass me 2 white dice, Adam, please?
Sure.
Got 2 suppression to see if we roll off. See if we get one of them off. Be good. And we do. Wonderful. So we've got 2 actions. I'm just going to have a little think about what actions I'm going to do, and we're back in a second. Right, guys, we've decided to go for an aim and a shot down at Darth Vader before he gets a chance to put up a dodge. Okay, guys, over to the dice. Right, guys, shooting for the Pathfinders in round 4. It's 4 red and 1 white. And Darth Vader in the open. And we have 4 hits, with 1 being a crit, but not making any difference at this stage.
Okay,
Right,
saves then.
4 saves for Vader, see if we can get 1 or 2 off him. Oh, 2.
2.
Wonderful.
Oh, ouch.
So up to 6 wins for Vader. I think 2 left. And over to the Imperials. Right, guys, just realised checking the footage, I had a miss on the white dice and a name token, so just going to re-roll that white dice. That wasn't really worth the time. Anyway, guys, up to the Imperials. Right, guys, over to the Imperial activation for round 4. The next one. Are you back to your bag, Adam?
It is. I've only got the bag this turn because I played a 1 pit. Okay, so here's a... Ooh.
Oh, it's
That is
Vader.
Vader. That
So,
is Vader. Right, okay.
Are you going to think to what you're doing, or do you know what you're doing?
Well, I think it's going to involve moving and killing stuff. So let me see.
well,
I think I'm
that's-
going to start. I'm going to chase Han Solo a bit. It's just what order I do things in. So yeah, we could have a little pause here.
Yep. Right, guys, Darth Vader has done a double move round here. He's trying to keep him a command range of his fellows over there. And he's going to throw a saber at Han Solo. And we're going to go to the dice for that. Right, we're going for the saber throw for Darth Vader at Han Solo. 1 dodge on the books.
Oh, he doesn't
Did
surge.
you have a name? Oh, you know he double moved, didn't
No,
you?
I don't move, so he doesn't have an aim.
Oh, you don't surge?
He doesn't surge. No, not naturally, I don't think. No surges naturally. So he didn't actually hit you, did he?
No, he missed, so not even
a suppression.
I'll keep my dodge token.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
And then lose it.
on to the Rebel activation. Right, guys, so the last one of the stack is the Tauntauns. We've got 3 suppression on them to roll off, so see if we get any of them off. one of them off, so that's good. So we're still suppressed, so just the one action. So we're going to do a little bit of a move and get some free shooting and free dodging. Okay guys, I'm going to move them a tad and then we'll be back in a second. Right guys, I know it doesn't look like it, but the Tauntauns have moved ever so slightly. We've got a dodge from that one and we're going to shoot the Death Troopers with their pistols. Right, over to the dice. Right guys, I just realised that there's only 2 Death Troopers left and now the Tauntauns actually have a better chance in combat than do shooting. So we're going to go into some smashy. Okay guys, over to the dice. Right guys, the Tauntauns rolling their combat, 2 black and white each, so we've got enough movement to get ram as well. So, oh my god, I should have shot with red dice.
Oh jeez.
So that will take us to 3 hits if I take 2 rams to crits. So 3 hits after all that.
Oh, does it turn blanks to crit?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that is potentially enough to get them.
Yeah, no, let's see if I should have shot in the first place. Oh, we got one of them.
That's the DLT.
So that's a big gun at least, and it will keep you engaged, thankfully.
Well, yeah, and that was the unit lead you engaged with as well. So
that's it. Nice and tidy. Okay, guys, over to the Imperial activation, if there is one. Right, guys, Imperial activation. Adam is continued to go to the bag. So what we got?
The bag has 2 core units in it now. So, oh look,
we've got a core unit.
So big surprise.
Do you know what you're doing?
No.
Okay, we're back in a tick. Right guys, Adam's decided to go with his shore troopers first, and he's going to shoot at the Pathfinders on top of the building.
Yeah,
with an aim, and we're going to go over to the dice. Right guys, shore troopers up at the Pathfinders. There's 1 suppression on them, so they get an extra dice for that. So 3 black and 2 white, was it?
Yeah, we're critical 1.
Critical 1, wonderful.
There we go.
Right, we have got cover 2,
1.
critical 1 takes that's the crit.
Yeah.
Have we got any do you surge naturally?
No, they don't have any surges there.
So
They just have better dice.
Reroll for your aim?
So yeah, we'll use the aim. So that's going to get cancelled anyway, isn't it?
Possibly, yeah. So it's only 1 crit.
But there's only 1 crit, so it doesn't matter. Let's just do these 2. So we get.
No, so you got 2 things which will get knocked off for cover.
So just the crit gets through.
Just the crit gets through, and I will activate duck and cover to get a second suppression on myself. So I've got 1 normal 1 and 2 extra white for ducking because of 2 suppression tokens. So I need to make 1 save here to stop someone dying, and I don't do it. Okay, so extra suppression for no reason. So I'm 1 dead.
Worth a try. You paid for the ability.
Yeah, I paid for it. I might as well try and use it. Okay, guys. Oh, another Imperial activation in a second. Right, guys. The shenanigans continue. The Imperials. I've got 1 more token in the bag, which is going to be the Stormtroopers.
Yep, here they go.
So
there they are.
And are we going to do aim and shoot again
shoot
at the Pathfinders?
There, yeah.
So I've now got a total of 4 suppression. So hopefully it'll work better for them this time. Okay, guys. Over to the dice. Right guys, Stormtroopers are shooting and getting the Pathfinders up in that cover, so we've got one aim token and there's a lot of suppression on the Pathfinders, giving them some extra saves. So we've got 2 red and 4 white. Let's see what we get.
First roll.
Oh, 2 crits and 3 crits.
Yeah,
and 1
surge to hit,
so
that becomes a hit.
Yep, and we got 2 rerolls.
2 rerolls, but I could reroll the hit if I wanted to.
You could if you wanted to,
but I think just keep the pressure on there and just spend the aim to do that 2 rather than use the precise, I think.
Yep, okay.
Another crit.
That's another crit. So the dodge, or rather the hit comes off because of cover, leaves 4 saves to make. And we've got an extra 3 dice because of the cover. So
7 white dice.
We need to make 4 saves to not lose anybody. That's a save. So we make 4. The extra ones are not needed. But it is another suppression token, so we're up to 5.
Yeah, keep piling it on.
Yep. So I think
round 4,
and the round 4, I think somebody do a bit of tidying up, get rid of the 1 suppression and the green tokens. Back in a tick. Right, guys. Command phase round 5. I've gone for the change of plans for Han Solo and 2 units.
Okay, I have gone for new ways to motivate them.
Right, give me a second, guys. I'm just going to see if I want to change that one. No, to be honest, I think I want my choice of units when it comes to activation, so I'm going to keep it as it is. Okay, guys, Adam's going to be going activating first, but I think I'll have. No, actually, no. Sorry. Let's go for back. We're going to use the card as it was meant to be. Put that one back in your hand, Adam.
Okay. Is that one discarded?
It is.
Oh, interesting.
So
I have a backup plan because I thought you.
right then, we've chosen the command cards again. I've gone for 1-pip ambush.
Yeah, I've gone for the card that won't turn over. 2-pip push.
Okie dokie, that's better than less shenanigans. Okay, guys, I've got one token to put on the board, and then we'll see what happens. Right, guys, I've decided to put my one activation onto Han Solo, so we can go first and before Vader catches up and chops into pieces. And Adam decided to put his 2 onto his 2 trooper units over there, or core units as they should be named. Okay, guys, I'm going to do some moving with Han Solo, and then hopefully a bit of shooting, and then we'll be back in a tick. Right, guys, Han Solo has done a move, and he's moved just enough to keep Darth Vader out of cover, and we're going to have a bit of shooting over there at Darth Vader to see if we can put some more wounds on him. Okay, over to the dice. Right, guys, we've got 2 red from Han Solo's pistols at Darth Vader. Let's get some wounds off him before he manages to dodge up. Now we've got 1 hit, and no rerolls, unfortunately. And Adam, do you want to roll your save?
Yep, 1 save, yeah.
1 save for Vader.
He doesn't make it.
So down to 1 wound for Vader. So over to the Imperials. Right, Adam, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm going to activate these shore troopers.
Okay, and what we're going to do with those shore troopers?
They are going to shoot up there first.
At the Pathfinders, okay,
Yep.
So see if we can put a number 5, 5th suppression on.
Yep,
So we're aiming?
No.
No aiming?
Not aiming.
Oh, we're
going
going
to move after.
have to move afterwards. Okay, so we're going to go to the dice. Right, guys, shore troopers up at the Pathfinders. See if we can do some damage on them. So 2 guys. Oh, we've got 3 hits.
No crits.
No aims.
No aims, no, because I want to move
So
after.
cover 2 goes, those away, those misses go away.
1 crit.
1 crit goes through, so we've got the 1 save and the 3 extra dice from danger sense free. So just the 1 save needed, and that's suppression added, so we're up to 5, but still got the 4 guys, the 3 guys there. Over to the rebels now.
Oh,
we've got a bit more movement, sorry. Right, guys, after that little shooting up at the Pathfinders, the shore troopers have advanced into the wood, trying to make a last minute bid for the end zone, and it's over to the rebels. So I'm over to my stack. We have those guys and the Tauntauns. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a bit of moving, and then we'll be back in a second. Right, guys, just remembered we've got a suppression roll to do first. So nope, stays on, but not going to affect the action. So back in a second. Right, guys, we just read it up, and it would seem that because that guy was engaged, we can't actually move through, so we had to move round him, so he's not actually getting displaced. But we did have the movement to be able to pivot and then move away from him, and now we're going to shoot him from there. So we'll have 1 dodge at the moment, and soon to have 2 dodges when I do a second move. But we're going to do the free shot at the Death Trooper, and then continue moving. Alright, we're over to the dice. Right, guys, 2 Tauntauns shooting at that Death Trooper, so 4 red. And we have 2, surge to hit, thankfully, 2 hits.
2 hits, oh, that could do it. Here we go.
Yes,
it has done it, yeah. He is gone.
So the Death Trooper's gone, and then we're just going to go move those Tauntauns a bit more. Right, guys, Tauntauns have done a bit of a shifty around that crate into the deployment zone, and hopefully going to be out of range of those Stormies over there. So it's over to the Imperials. Back to your... Are you going to go for your bag, or are you going for your Stormtroopers?
Well, the bag has only got Vader in it.
Yep.
And really the person that I'd want to hurt is Han Solo, who's not going anywhere.
Yep.
So I think generally I'm just going to activate his guys, because they do have plans for. So speed 1 move, we'll see if they can go over the back.
Yep.
I mean, I did look at maybe speed 2 going round it.
You're not going much further, I take it.
Would get it any further, but I don't think it would, because you have to angle out so far.
Yeah.
It'd take me too far in the other direction. So I think speed 1 over it is the best.
Yep, best bet. So we're jumping over.
We're jumping straight over and going straight for the side there. There we go.
Yep, and then a speed 2 move for your second one. Or are you going to do some shooting?
And I'm going to do a speed 2 move. Yeah, absolutely. You've predicted sort of what I'm doing here.
Yep. So running straight for the end zone.
That's the Blood Bowl player in you.
Yep.
Okay, coming out there. But yeah, I'm literally just going to go straight down there. I mean, I'm not expecting much return fire from these guys up here because I've got 5 suppression on them at the moment.
Yep.
I'm not
But you
expecting
never
them to
know.
do much at all, really. So
And hopefully, if they do panic, they don't lemming themselves off the building.
that would be very funny.
Okay, guys. Over to the Rebel stack. That's the one that I was going to talk about, and it is the troopers over here. So I think we're going to do something very similar, but without the shooting. You didn't do any shooting, so.
I didn't do any shooting.
So
Exactly
you know
the
what
same.
I'm saying. I'm going to do some movement and some actions and shenanigans over here, and we'll be back in a second to tell you what I did. Right, guys. After all that, sorts of mad dashing, I saw there's Darth Vader over there with 1 wound left, and I've got a full unit of veterans here. So we thought we'd just move it to get in range and hopefully take the last wound off. So we're going to go over to the dice for that. Right, guys, shooting at Darth Vader with the Rebel veterans, 5 black, 4 white, in the open as well. Oh my god, that's not as good as I'd hoped. So we'll take that to a crit because of critical 2. Just the 4 hits.
Well, that's probably enough.
Hopefully it is enough. So we need 1 fail to take Darth Vader out of the picture.
Come on, Vader. He is
He's
very
failed
dead.
twice, so thankfully
Yep.
that's it. Darth
He is
Vader
gone.
is out of the way.
Oh, he did so much work as well.
Right, guys, back to the stack for the Rebel activation, and it's the Pathfinders. I've got 5 suppression on them. We need to get rid of at least 2 to stop us running away. So let's do that. And we've got rid of 3. I think I'll take 3 off. So that leaves us with.
Are they still suppressed?
We're still suppressed, but we're not running, thankfully. So we'll have a bit of shooting. We'll think we can just see the peak of that second shore trooper and the full one of the other guys. So I think we're going to go down there and shoot them there, shoot those guys. Let's go to the dice and we'll see what happens. Right, guys, Pathfinder shooting it down at those shore troopers. We've got 5 white and 1 red, and it's no aiming. It's all on the table here for these guys. And we have got 1 surge, and that will be a surge to a hit, which will take 2 hits down to 1 because of cover. So just a 1 save for the shore troopers.
Okay.
And it's
There we
passed. So that was a
Just a
fruitless
suppression
action.
on them.
Okay, guys, I think that's the end of round 5. We're going to go to the command.
It's going to go straight back off. I'm not going
Yeah, there's no point putting it on. End of round 5, we're going to the command cards now. Okay, back in a second. Right, guys, round 6, command card time. I've gone for Turn of the Tide. Only really there for a 2-pip activation because every valid unit is out of range of Han Solo.
I have had to go for standing orders because
why.
the other command card, the one that you forced me to put back last time, was a Vader one, and you
Yep.
just killed Vader. So.
Yep, so that was another double good reason to kill Vader. It's always a good reason to kill Vader, but that's another reason too. Right, guys, I've got no tokens to put down, but Adam has at least 1. So over to that, and we'll be back in a second. Right, guys, I get first activation on round 6, so it's going to be straight to the stack, and it's completely random because I went for first rather than planning. So let's see if it worked. Hey, kind of worked. It's Tauntaun, so I'm going to see what I can do with shenanigans and stuff, and see if we can actually do anything worthwhile. So back in a second. Right, the Tauntauns had a little tiny double move. We decided we couldn't actually get anywhere near range of anything worthwhile, so we might as well just stay there and keep dodging just in case Adam decides to try and shoot me. So that's them. It's over to Adam's activation. So Adam, which unit are you going to activate first?
I am going to try with these. No, because if I pull from the stack, I can get the shore troopers, can't I? So
yes. So it's either shore troopers or
either or, isn't
stormtroopers.
it? I will go for the shore troopers. I will give them their token.
Yes.
And then I'm probably going to just double move and see if I can make the deployment zone thing. I probably can't, but we'll do a move and then we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see where we get to.
See where we end up. Oh, it'd be going to be incredibly tight if they can do it. I think they might still be just out after.
Yeah, I think you're not going to move it. Yeah, I don't think you're getting it, but it's up to you if you want to try another one.
I will try another one. Why not? That is the point of the game. Can you just place that for me? And, yeah,
There we go.
No,
And that's you. Unfortunately,
just keep popping up there.
So,
As unit leader, isn't it? So if I cohere, just for the sake of it, I'm going to cohere into your deployment zone, just for moral victory. There we go.
The moral one, okay.
Moral high ground. I have some sort of high ground.
Okay. Right.
So it didn't work, but that does mean that I know my stormtroopers, who are pretty much level with them, probably can't make it either, because you have to be completely in, don't you?
Over to my stack then. So we've got an elite. We're going to go up here for the Pathfinders, and we're going to. I'm going to keep that suppression token. Right, guys. So I'm just going to do some shooting down at the Stormies. So we're going to have an aim shot, and I think we are even in. Yes, we're in short range. So we're going to use the short range configuration. So let's see what we get. Right, guys. We've got the Pathfinders shooting at those Stormtroopers in the open. So we've got 3 red and 1 white. Okay, so see it with an aim as well. And I've missed the dice tray. So that is going to go to a hit, and we're going to reroll the white. It's a hit as well, so we've got 4 hits on the Stormtroopers.
Any pierce, anything like
that?
that?
No pierce, just shooting. Oh, 3 down.
3 dead. And that'll be a suppression as well.
Alright, will do. So,
ouch.
Over to your activation. Right, guys, Adam's got his Stormtroopers to activate, and is he going to make a mad dash for it?
See if we can roll off the suppression first. We cannot, so I've only got 1 activation, can't do a double move. The double move wasn't really far enough for them anyway. We might roll it in a second just for the hell of it, but I might just take a shot and see if I can get that Tauntaun's last wound, just because it's the only thing that's in the deployment zone. It's the only thing that's making it. It's basically that unit's basically won you the game. So can I just exact a small amount of room? I can't even do.
No, you can't. You're out of range 4.
And I can't see anything. Well, I could.
You can shoot the Pathfinders.
I think I will shoot at them because they've just killed 3 of my units. So I'll just shoot up at them.
Okay,
I can't make it to the.
Over to the dice then. Did you move?
I can't. I'm suppressed.
Oh, you suppressed everyone in one action. Sorry, man. Oops. Right then, guys. So over to the dice. Right, guys. Stormtroopers shooting Pathfinders. We've got 1 suppression token at the moment, and we've got 2 red and 1 white.
Here we go.
And that will be lost to cover. So
just suppression.
Yeah, just a suppression. So it takes me up to 2 suppression, and that is all for the Imperials. Okay, over to me. Right, guys. Turn 6 activation, Rebels. I think we're not going to be able to get in range, even to do some kicking them all down. So the first one's the Troopers. And we've got 1 dude there. Yeah, not anywhere near for range 3. No, can't shoot. And Han Solo.
He's range 2.
He's a range 2, but again, nowhere near. Not even anywhere near.
They're nowhere near to get into.
So I think that's end of the game.
One unit.
Well done.
In there.
Yeah, so I've got the 1 unit in the deployment zone.
My short troopers desperate dash finished just short. We were saying that if only Han Solo's card was well played, they're forcing you to put new ways to motivate them back, because
the other move wouldn't have got you in either. So at least you could live safe in the knowledge that you didn't.
Well, the shore troopers, I'd have done it to them as well. One of them would have died, but they would have been a full range 2 further forward.
Yep, that would have done it.
So that would have done it for at least for a draw.
Right, guys, we're going to go have a talk about this, and we'll come back with our thoughts. Right, guys, very close one right to the end, even which I think I managed to nip with that. Probably nip with that Han Solo card, but stuck your card back in the thing, because I also managed to go put a 1 pip in there and stop you going first activation that round as well.
Yeah.
And then drop Darth Vader.
It was more that you prevented me from getting an extra move out of a couple of units, which would have put me in range for your deployment zone with 2 squads probably at that point. And then that would have balanced things out there, because you'd have had to have started rushing with these. Yeah,
I think because I left these a bit late to move into a deployment zone.
Well, if you had moved them, Vader wouldn't have been shot at that turn.
Boy, did those weapon teams die quickly. I know they've only got 3 wounds each, but still, that first turn.
First 2 turns.
First 2 were absolutely vicious. It's not normally
units off left, right, and centre.
Yeah, it's not normally way. We normally got like one guy here, one guy there.
But the funny thing is,
take the unit off.
We weren't charging towards each other like crazy either. It just happened to be just what happened from shooting at each other.
Yeah, just mutual assured.
I mean, Vader. Yeah, okay, Vader was.
Yeah, Vader was just
going,
like saying, "Oh, there's ATR-T there." And he said, "No, there isn't."
Yeah. You imagined it.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything you pointed him at died.
Yeah.
He got the ATR-T, wiped a whole squad in one.
He's still worthwhile. I mean,
you just have to plan for him.
Yeah, you have to plan for him. He's over there. He's going to talk to us later, but.
One thing we did say is that it might have been a bit different if we'd put him.
I just realised that I've had a bright idea. Just in fact, you go get it.
What's that?
Go get Darth Vader.
What, the model?
Yeah, I think we need
Is there?
No, the bigger one. We need for the third party inspiration.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Believe in me, and you shall find peace.
Yes.
That's
something else. That's not space.
He could be turned. He will become a powerful ally.
Yeah, that's what he's saying about me right now.
Yes.
So Darth Vader just polish his head to get dust off.
Of course, if it'd been that size, they'd all be dead.
Yeah, I think everyone would have been dead if he'd been that size. I mean, oh Jesus Christ, this guy needs cleaning.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's
very appropriate. So, I think Darth Vader was really showing his weight there when he's throwing his weight around. He definitely needed killing.
He did take a couple of turns to get where he needed to be and unleash his full range of tricks. And he was taking damage steadily as he went. I mean, he took a couple of wound each turn, didn't he? And the first one being self-inflicted, just so I could.
I think every time I saw him about a dodge token, I made part of my little mission to shoot him.
Yeah, and you did. I mean, at one point you put 3 on him at once or something. I think that was.
Yeah, he did take it one round unlucky part in one round where I think everyone shot him. But he is big, the big black guy who attracts all the fire.
Again, the reason he wasn't,
I am your father.
No.
The reason you didn't see me use any of his newer command cards from the operative expansion is because at the time that we played in the event and we were using our event lists, that hadn't come out.
Yeah,
so
there weren't tournament legal yet.
So, but certainly I would consider putting at least the one that allows him to sort of infiltrate.
Yeah.
Because that would then mean that he's right up in the middle of the board early, and that would make life a lot more difficult for somebody deciding what to do and how to avoid him, because he's that much closer to start with. As it was, he didn't get to combat with anyone until the 3rd, 4th turn. He only got to 1 unit because of it. But he still had a pretty big impact on the game, I think. I was happy with him.
Yeah, I think he did really well. Tauntauns were nice and dependable and fast, and
they won you the game.
Yeah,
they didn't have to kill everything in
those
sight.
Pathfinders were dug into that building very, very. Normally when I try and pull the suppression shenanigans where they're extra saves, it normally just roll a bunch of blanks, not like.
I think there was one other key moment that could have swung the game, possibly in my favour, which was. And it actually connects with the one about you playing that command card from Han Solo, and that is when Han Solo was stood about here with 4 or 5 suppression on him. And there was a very real chance, because he was in range of running off the board if he didn't clear enough, and you just managed to do it by 1, didn't you?
I managed to stop panicking by 1, which also allowed him to activate. So I managed to move him out of danger as well.
So I mean, we didn't know it at the time, but that really was a key moment in the end.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of my cards at the deck at that point were Han Solo cards, so it would have
including the one that prevented me from using a Vader card when I needed to use it. So I mean that and as it was at the end, I had to play standing orders because that's all I had left.
Yeah, and I had a choice between standing orders and a card that didn't actually allow me to activate any order any units. Even though it was lower pips.
It's lower pips.
Yes, it's what counted. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, drop a comment below for anything we may have done wrong, or anything you thought was absolutely brilliant. Let us know. Drop a like if you can, if you like the video, and hopefully we'll be able to do some more games like this in the future, because I've got a clone army on the go, and eventually there will be some droids as well. But that's a lot of future. And, hopefully we'll do some more battle reports in the near future. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and check out the outtakes after this as well. So, catch you all later. Bye bye.
Destined for the cutting room floor.
You will not fight. Then you will meet your destiny.
Yeah. We'll find out. It's probably not even in a shot.
All this time.
Okie dokie, so.
Does it not strike fear into your heart seeing my army laid out before you now?
Nah.
No.
Don't break my range rulers!
It's my one.
My one? Right then. Bye bye. Well, not bye bye, but yes.
Cut!
I'm very, very drunk. Yes, it is. Right then. Right, guys, we are sailing.
Okay.
Right, so. Yeah. It's Red Dwarf speaking backwards. Welcome to the show.
We're in Bulgaria, aren't we?
It's a moron convention. Right then.
Just put that away.
Yes, let's look at the front of the phone as well. Let's do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So.
That got both of us in then, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
If
It
not,
kind of looks like it's pointing up. That's all. I'm just. Like...
it's also at an angle which I can't figure out because the legs are fully extended, so therefore it should be.
But no, you get the footage back and it's diagonal or something.
Yeah, it probably is. And it's recording, so this is all going on the end.
Yeah, you can cut it.
A little bit, yeah, we could do, but we'll still stick it. I'll cut it and I'll stick it back on the end of the video, so people who are watching this can think, "Oh, I stayed right to the end and I get to watch all these pointless bits."
Why did I do that?
Yeah, exactly. So people thinking, I can't get that time back from my life.